Hello there. Ever heard the saying, you are richer than you think? Well, we're about to delve into that concept, exploring the different dimensions of wealth that you might not have considered. This isn't just about money, it's about time, knowledge, relationships, and most importantly, how to leverage these forms of wealth to enrich your life. So are you ready to discover how much richer you truly are? Stay tuned to uncover how you can tap into your hidden wealth. Hello viewers. If you are enjoying this content and you do not want to miss future videos filled with even more tips, tricks, and inspiration, hit that subscribe button now to stay tuned with us, and remember to comment and share. Wealth doesn't just refer to money, it's a broader concept. Let's delve into this a bit further, shall we? When we think of wealth, the first thing that typically comes to mind is financial wealth. We think of fancy cars, luxury homes, designer clothes, and overflowing bank accounts. But wealth is so much more than that. It's not just about the material possessions or the amount of money you have. Wealth is about the resources you possess that enrich your life in various ways. Knowledge, for instance, is a form of wealth. The more you know, the more valuable you become. Your knowledge is a resource that can open doors to opportunities, solve complex problems, and even transform the world. It's like a treasure chest of wisdom that no one can take away from you. Then there's time wealth. Time is one of the most precious resources we have. It's something we can't get back once it's gone. Having the autonomy to spend your time the way you want, whether it's working on a passion project, spending quality time with loved ones, or simply enjoying a leisurely afternoon, is a significant form of wealth. And let's not forget about relationship wealth. Our relationships with family, friends, colleagues, and even with ourselves are a priceless form of wealth. They provide us with emotional support, companionship, love, and joy. They help us grow, learn, and become better individuals. In essence, wealth is about abundance. It's about having more than enough of what matters most to you. It's about being rich in knowledge, rich in time, rich in relationships, and, yes, even rich in money. But remember, the key is not to hoard these resources, but to use them wisely, to share them generously, and to invest them consistently for your growth and the benefit of others. As we can see, wealth takes many forms. It's not just about what's in your bank account, so ask yourself, in what ways are you wealthy? And in what ways would you like to increase your wealth? Remember, you are richer than you think. Now let's delve into the financial aspect, the one most people think about when they hear the word wealth. When we talk about financial wealth, we often picture piles of money, luxury cars, palatial homes, images that are far from the reality of most people. It's important to understand that financial wealth isn't about having an excess of material possessions. It's about having the means to live comfortably and securely, and the freedom to make choices without being hindered by financial constraints. And how do we achieve this? The first step is saving. It's about setting aside a portion of your income, however small it may be, and letting it grow. You see, building wealth is like planting a tree. You start with a small seed, your savings, and with time it grows into a large, sturdy tree, your wealth. Now you might be thinking, but my savings are too small to make a difference. That's where the power of compound interest comes in. Even small amounts can accumulate over time when invested wisely. Picture this, if you save just $20 a week, you'll have over $1,000 by the end of the year. And if you invest that money and earn an average return of 7% annually, in 20 years, you'll have over $40,000. That's the magic of compound interest. But remember, building wealth isn't a sprint, it's a marathon. It requires consistency and discipline. It's about making small, regular investments over a long period of time. It's about being patient and letting your money work for you. Investing is also about diversification. Don't put all your eggs in one basket. Spread your investments across different asset classes like stocks, bonds, and real estate. This way, if one investment doesn't perform well, you have others to fall back on. And finally, educate yourself. Understand the principles of investing. Learn about different investment options. Stay informed about market trends. Knowledge is power, and the more you know, the better decisions you can make. Remember, the key to financial wealth is consistency and patience. Next, we explore knowledge wealth, an often overlooked form of richness. Let's take a moment to consider the value of knowledge in education. You might think of wealth as something that's purely financial, but knowledge is a form of wealth that can be just as valuable, if not more so. Imagine a world where you have all the money you could ever want, but you lack the knowledge to use it wisely. You wouldn't know how to invest, how to save, or even how to spend efficiently. The money could run out, And then what? You'd be right back where you started. But with knowledge, you have an inexhaustible resource. You can always learn more, and you can always use what you've learned to better your life and the lives of those around you. Now let's talk about education. It's more than just attending school or university. It's about constantly learning, constantly growing. It's about seeking out and absorbing information from all sources. Books, articles, podcasts, documentaries, conversations with interesting people, and yes, even YouTube videos just like this one. Skills and expertise are another form of knowledge wealth. Whether it's being an expert in a specific field or having a wide array of useful skills, these are things that can be leveraged for financial gain. Think about it. The more skilled you are, the more valuable you become in the job market. The more expertise you have, the more opportunities open up for you. But it's not just about making money, it's about enriching your life. The more you know, the more you understand the world around you. The more skills you have, the more capable you are. Knowledge gives you the power to make informed decisions, to solve problems, and to navigate the complexities of life with confidence and grace. So, invest in your knowledge wealth. Read that book, take that course, learn that skill, because in the information age, knowledge truly is power. Time is a non-renewable resource that makes it incredibly valuable. Let's delve into the concept of time wealth, an often overlooked yet immensely significant aspect of our lives. When we speak about time wealth, we're referring to the idea that the way we spend our time can either enrich or impoverish our lives. It's not about having a lot of free time, but about making the most of the time we have. Consider this: every single moment of your life is a precious asset that you can never get back. Once a moment passes, it's gone forever. That's why it's so important to spend your time wisely. Think of it like this: if time were money, would you spend it on things that don't bring you joy or value? Probably not. So how do we cultivate time wealth? It begins with effective time management. Just as you would budget your finances, you should also budget your time. Allocate your hours wisely, focusing on activities that bring you happiness, fulfillment, and progress towards your goals. Bear in mind, time wealth is not about being busy every second of the day. It's about balance. It's about understanding that time spent resting, rejuvenating, and simply being present in the moment is just as valuable as time spent working or achieving. Remember, time is the only resource that's distributed equally among everyone. We all have the same 24 hours in a day. Billionaires can't buy more hours. Scientists can't invent new minutes. And you can't save time to spend it on another day. That's why it's so vital to spend your time in ways that enrich your life. Time wealth is about recognizing the value of each moment and making conscious decisions about how you spend your time. It's about investing your time in a way that brings you joy, fulfillment, and progress towards your goals. It's about understanding that the way you spend your time is a reflection of the life you're creating for yourself. So the next time you find yourself aimlessly scrolling through social media or mindlessly watching TV, ask yourself, is this the best use of my time? Because remember, time well spent is an investment in your future. Relationships form the fabric of our lives. They too contribute to our wealth. When we think of wealth, we often equate it to financial abundance. However, the wealth we possess is not solely determined by our bank accounts or investment portfolios. A significant part of our wealth is derived from our relationships. We are indeed richer than we think when we consider our relationships as a form of wealth. We're not just talking about networking and making connections to advance in your career, although that's a part of it. We're referring to the deep, meaningful relationships we foster with our family, friends, colleagues, and even with ourselves. These relationships provide us with emotional support, companionship, and a sense of belonging. Imagine a life without these connections. It would be like a tree without roots, unable to stand firm and grow. We need these relationships to thrive. They give us the strength to face challenges. They provide comfort during difficult times. They rejoice in our successes, and they add color to our lives. Just like financial wealth, relationship wealth needs to be nurtured and grown. It requires our time, effort, and care. It's about giving and receiving, about understanding and being understood. It's about trust, empathy, and mutual respect. And let's not forget, the value of our relationships is not determined by the number of friends on social media or contacts on our phone. It's about the quality of these connections. It's about those who are there for us in times of need, those who truly understand us, and those who love us unconditionally. Investing in relationships is not only rewarding but also vital for our well-being. Studies have shown that strong social relationships can improve health and increase longevity. This is because in the grand scheme of things, our happiness and fulfillment in life are largely influenced by the quality of our relationships. In the end, the worth of our relationships can't be quantified in monetary terms, but they undoubtedly add richness to our lives, a richness that money can't buy. Rich relationships lead to a rich life. Now that we understand the different forms of wealth, how can we apply this knowledge? Let's dive into some practical tips and steps to cultivate and grow each form of wealth. Firstly, with financial wealth, it's important to remember the power of saving and investing consistently. Start by setting aside a portion of your income, no matter how small, and gradually increase it as you can. Look for investment opportunities that align with your financial goals and risk tolerance. It could be stocks, bonds, real estate, or even starting your own business. The key here is consistency and patience. Knowledge wealth, on the other hand, can be accumulated by adopting a lifelong learning attitude. Read books, take online courses, attend seminars, or even have intellectual conversations with others. The more knowledge you acquire, the richer you become. Remember, knowledge is the only wealth that increases when shared. When it comes to time wealth, it's all about effective time management. Prioritize tasks that align with your goals and delegate or eliminate those that don't. Learn to say no to unnecessary commitments, and most importantly, make time for rest and recreation. After all, time is the only wealth we can't get back once it's gone. As for relationship wealth, it's about building strong and meaningful relationships, be it with family, friends, colleagues, or even strangers. Be genuine, show empathy, and always be there for them. Remember, the quality of your relationships often determines the quality of your life. Lastly, let's not forget about health wealth. Regular exercise, a balanced diet, and adequate sleep are essential to maintain good health. Remember, without health, all other forms of wealth lose their significance. In conclusion, wealth isn't just about money, it's about being rich in knowledge, time, relationships, and health as well. And the good news is, these are things that we all have access to, regardless of our financial situation. Remember, small, consistent steps lead to big results. So, start today, and before you know it, you'll realize that you are indeed richer than you think. It's clear that we are all richer than we think. As we near the end of our journey today, let's take a moment to reflect on the vastness of our wealth. We've navigated through the different dimensions of wealth, reinforcing the idea that our riches extend far beyond mere dollars and cents. We delved into financial wealth, highlighting the importance of saving money and consistently investing. We explored how these habits can help us grow our financial assets, ultimately enhancing our financial stability and independence. But wealth, as we've discovered, isn't just about financial abundance. Knowledge, too, is a form of wealth. We've seen how our skills, talents, and intellectual assets contribute to our overall richness. The more we learn, the wealthier we become. Time is another form of wealth that we often overlook. Each moment is a precious resource that we can't replenish. We've discussed how to use our time wisely, making the most of every second. And let's not forget about relationship wealth. Our connections with others, the bonds we forge, they are all invaluable parts of our wealth portfolio. The love, support, and camaraderie we share with others enrich our lives in ways money simply cannot. So, as we wrap up, let's remember that wealth is multifaceted. It's more than just our bank balance. It's our knowledge, our time, our relationships. It's the ability to live life on our own terms, to have control over our resources, and to experience the joy and fulfillment that comes with it. Now it's your turn to apply these concepts. Assess your wealth in these different areas. Look at your finances, your knowledge, your time, and your relationships. Recognize your wealth in all its forms and take steps to grow it further. And remember, growth is a journey. It doesn't happen overnight. It requires patience, consistency, and a commitment to continuous learning and improvement. So, as we part ways today, I encourage you to embrace this journey. Celebrate your wealth, nurture it, and let it flourish. If you found this video helpful, please subscribe, like, and share it with others. Remember, you are richer than you think.